I'm here on top of the home of Marcy Bueno at 19430 Bridgewater Lane in Riverside. Now, we're going to get over to your leak area right now, but first I'm going to look at the other faces of your roof. We're just going to, I can't really walk and inspect this side right now because it's very mossy, but I can tell from the other sides, you might have some slipped or cracked tiles, so I would suggest a maintenance, and I'll tell you specifically as we get over to the leak area. Well, yeah, let's go over here. We'll walk this way and then walk around. So see, I marked with an X with some chalk the tiles that we should probably look into replacing. So this one right here is cracked, and that could allow water to be getting into your roof system. And I believe that's what's going on with your leak area. I'm also going to recommend cutting back these valleys 2 inches to allow the water to flow out. When they're close cut like this, they get blocked up with debris. You can see that there's some chunks of tile already in here, and it blocks it up. The water starts traveling horizontally. So that's why that arrow is right there, because the first culprit could be that the water's traveling horizontally because it can't get off the roof system. It gets backed up behind these tiles. But it could also be these penetrations, these vents that are failing. Specifically, you see this one right over here that has its seal completely broken. So you see the seal, once it's broken like that, this is allowing moisture to come in. On this side it's pretty bad. Here we go. You can see right here, all of this is open, and so with heavy rains, water is going to come in around the pipe into your attic system and then just drain down into that sheathing. But then if you look over here, you're going to, well, here's a cracked tile right here, so that's a possible entry point. But then over here, this is pretty bad. So this tile, just like the one on the other side, is cracked, and you can get water coming in there and then coming down. You know, water travels, so any entry point above your leak areas could be causing the leak below. Let me show you the worst of it. Oh, you know what? Before we get to a bigger entry point, right over here, I was very concerned about this tile. So you see how he's 2 inches lower or maybe more than all the other tiles? He's not secured by nails anymore. So that guy could actually fall off. I wouldn't even touch him. Be very careful when you walk right here, because this is a walking area and that's a 10-pound plus tile and nothing securing him onto the roof. So that's another possible entry point for the water, but it's so low. I think it's one of these higher ones up, and then the water's traveling down to all the leak areas. But if we look right down here, this entry point is pretty bad. So you see right here, this tile, there was something else right here covering this piece of wood that should not be exposed. And so there's probably another tile that broke or fell off, exposing this guy. And then you can see right there, that's your felt paper. So I put my digital microscope in there so you can kind of see what's going on. The felt paper, once it's exposed to the elements like this, the concrete tiles are where it's supposed to protect the felt paper, which is just there in case water gets under the tiles. It could run off the felt paper and get off your roof. But you can see once it's exposed to the elements, now that's your wood in there. So you see the grains right there? So that's the felt paper being exposed to the air and the UV and everything else that degrades it on the water. So now it's starting to peel back and exposing your wood. So very likely that entry point alone with very hard rains is causing all the other leaks below. But in this work area could also be the valleys, or it could be these other couple entry points on this face. I'm going to get downstairs and offer you folks some really awesome solutions to help you out in the discussion.